Hello, my name is AnestDontStop, and today I just want to talk to you about the power of weakness. Sometimes we often overlook weakness. We often think that being weak is a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. Being weak is a good thing. Having weaknesses is a good thing because it is through those weaknesses that you are made strong, and it is through those weaknesses that a better version of yourself is birthed. Weaknesses are good. Weaknesses are good because anything that does not have weaknesses, it does not improve. Life is progressive. It progresses. Once you are perfect, you don't progress. So having weaknesses is good because it means now that you get to progress in life. You get to move in life. Anything that is perfect is stagnates. Let me give you an example. It is through the weaknesses of an iPhone 5 that the iPhone 6 was made. They looked at what was weak in the iPhone 5 that needed to be improved, and they made the iPhone 6. And they did not make it a perfect iPhone 6. It still had other weaknesses. So they worked on those weaknesses, the iPhone 6, to make the iPhone 7. It just keeps on progressing. So is life. The better version of yourself, it is just working on your weaknesses. Once you are perfect, you don't improve. Once you are perfect or at your pinnacle, the only way is down. The only way is down. So it is good that you're weak because it is through your weaknesses that something good comes out. It is through your weaknesses that you are made strong. Sometimes God uses people that are really broken, that are really weak, or that, people think, why would God use such a person? It's because they are broken. And it is through those weaknesses that they are made strong. God shows off when it comes to weakness because he prides himself in making people strong, and it is through those weaknesses that you are made strong. And for example, should God give you everything that you've ever wished for, or everything that you could wish for now? I mean, money, billions, cars, happiness, joy, everything right now, in this very instant, I don't think life would be meaningful anymore to you if you don't have anything to work on. I mean, if you have everything that you could wish for, I don't think life would be meaningful, or life would, at least for me, I don't think if I had everything in this very instant, life would mean much to me. If I had anything right now and did everything right now, no room for growth, no room for progress, I don't think I'd enjoy it because life is progressive. You see, the reason why Jesus' ministry didn't last long is because Jesus was a perfect being. He did everything in perfectness. He did all that he could have ever done. And it was only in a space of 3 years. So he couldn't do much more because he had already done his part. He already ran his race. And it was short because he was perfect. He was perfect. There was no room for improvement. He was a perfect being. That is why Jesus' ministry did not last long. That is why he was not here for 50 years. Because what he had to do, and in the level that he was in, it was just perfection, and he did not last long because of that. So you have an opportunity to live a long life. Living a long life means progress. It does not mean that you're gonna get there. Let me just use a different example. It is through progression that life becomes meaningful. It is through working on your weaknesses, improving weakness after another, that you live. Really, that you are made. The better version of yourselves comes from the weaknesses that you have. Okay. The weakness that David had when he saw Bathsheba, it was out of that weakness, or that adultery, that the King David was born. The wisest man that ever lived, and most probably one of the richest people that ever lived. It was through the weakness of David that King Solomon was birthed. Now, he had done a wrong thing, but God had favored him with a good thing. It was is it infidelity? Yeah. It was a sin. But it was out of that sin that God gave him a blessing. The power of weakness. I'm not saying go and sin and make mistakes or weaknesses. No. No. That's not what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to say to you is that, it is through the power of your weaknesses that your next or your better version or your blessings are birthed. That is why God uses people that are really, people that you ask yourself, why would God use this kind of a man? It is because it is through those weaknesses that people are made strong, and it is through those weaknesses that strengths are birthed. And I want you to embrace your weaknesses, whatever it is, whatever area that you're weak in. I want you to embrace it, and I want you to work on it. For you to be the best version of yourself, you have to keep on working it and keep on improving. And don't strive for perfection. Don't strive for perfection, because once you reach it, there's nowhere to go. Once you reach the top, the only way is down, and you don't want to go down. So just keep on improving. That is why, rushing sometimes, okay. Perfection sometimes it is a sign of an ending. If you rush for perfection, you are rushing for an end. Because once something is perfect, it does not improve, it does not progress anymore. So if you rush and if you strive for perfection, you're actually striving or rushing to an end. So just don't strive for perfection, but progress. Progress and not perfection. This is one line that I heard in a movie. I think it was Denzel Washington, and ever since it has really blessed my life. It wasn't biblical, but it really helped me. Progress and not perfection. Because once you get to perfection, the only way is down. So imagine God gives you He blesses you with a husband or a wife that is perfect in every way. Perfect in every way. I mean, no fights, no quarreling, no disagreements, nothing. I don't think it will last long. I think it will last 3 years, just like Jesus' ministry, because it's perfect. It's not going anywhere. It has already arrived. Perfect things are already there. They've already arrived. Then, life is meaningful or joyful because it's a ride. It's going somewhere. So once you're already there, there's nowhere to go but down or to end it, because perfection is an end. Perfection is an end. So I want you to strive for progress in your weaknesses. And allow God to break you. God will always break you to make you strong. God will always break you to make you strong and improve you. That is why perfect people don't go anywhere. Perfect people don't go anywhere. That is why the kingdom of God will forever improve, because it is always inviting the broken people and helping broken people, strengthening broken people to help progress the kingdom. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. That it is the broken people that are always improving and working, and it is the broken people that are made strong. So even in your call or whatever God has called you to do, it is not perfection you should strive for, but progress. Because once you are perfect, you won't last. It is progress. Progress really is the number one thing that I want you to focus on. Progress and not perfection. Because once you're perfect, there's nowhere to go. So my word is short for you today. Perfection, the power of your weaknesses. It is through your weaknesses that you're made strong. And if you're weak, wait, what verse is that? It's such a cliche verse. The weak shall say what? The weak shall say, I am strong. And then the strong shall say what? Was strong. You see the strong, I just repeated the same thing. The weak shall say, I am strong. And then the strong shall say what? either nothing or they shall say they are strong. So you really have to be. God really loves weak people because that's when now He shows off. He shows off. He makes you strong in your weaknesses, and He'll keep on breaking you, just to make you more strong. He will keep on breaking, even in your strength. He will position you and put you in a place where your strengths are now weaknesses, just for you to keep on getting better, to keep on getting better, to keep on getting better, to keep on getting better. So perfection that sometimes we strive for is really an end. It is not what we think it is. We think perfection is a place of fulfillment and rest, or it is what we need. But I don't think most of the time perfection is what we need, but the progress is what we need. And that makes life meaningful, because life is a journey. So imagine you just wake up and you've already arrived. What's the point of living if you just wake up and you've already done your part and you're done? I don't think it will be meaningful anymore, because you've done what you've done. You just have to go up to heaven and be with the Lord, like Jesus. Excuse me. So I just wanted to share this simple piece, please. I don't know if it will bless your life or anything, but your weaknesses are very important, because it is through those weaknesses that a blessing is birthed. It is through those weaknesses that the glory of God also is made manifest. It is through those weaknesses that you have that you really get to appreciate life more, through the weaknesses that you have. The tears that you cry today one day be wiped off, and it will make life meaningful, that I was here at one point in life, but now I'm here, but I want to be there. So you keep on working. I mean, what's life without working? What's life without moving? So I'm just repeating the same thing over and over again now, but yeah. Please, I want you to be the best version of yourself. I'm stealing this line from my friend, Yeah, be kind, be the best version of yourself, and be amazing. And I want you to strive for progress and not perfection, even in a relationship. Oh, you know what? So, I don't know if you will get this one. I don't know. Sometimes the blessing of God does not come perfect, but it comes broken. Sometimes the gifts of God come to you broken, because it is through that brokenness or through their weaknesses that they are made strong. Please get this one. It is very, very, very important, because we're always looking to God for the most perfect things. We're always looking to God or asking God for a perfect product, but sometimes that product, it is made weak on purpose, or it is broken on purpose, because God will make it strong. And because once it is perfect, it won't benefit you in the long run. Because once it is perfect, it won't bless you, it won't help you, it will be just a burden for you. I mean, if the life that you're praying for God was just to bless you with it this very moment, this very instant, in 5 years down the line, probably you'd be plummeting hard, because you can't go any further, you can't go any higher, and the only way for you to go is down. So sometimes God will give you a seed when you're asking for a full tree. He'll give you a seed, because that seed turned to a plant and it'll begin to grow, and that's the beauty of it. The beauty of progressing. So please, I don't want you to miss this part, because it is important that when God blesses you with something and it does not look like what you want it to look like, or it does not appear as a perfect thing. This is very important, please. I don't know if you get me, but I hope that you do. So the blessings of God sometimes they come broken, or they don't come as perfect things as we saw them, or we thought that they would come, in a state of perfectness, but they'll come in a state of brokenness. And I don't want you to look at broken things and think they're from the devil or they're not of God. I don't know if you get me, because if they're broken, that means they can improve and progress with you. For example, if God gives you, okay, I've said this time and again now, okay, bye-bye.